Hello, this is Ben Television News Roundup, a compilation of major stories in the weekend. I'm Tunde Alabi. Thank you for being part of the program today. U.S. Republican candidate Donald Trump has accused the media of being biased against him. Recent polls have shown that the Republican candidate's popularity has been falling following a number of his controversial statements.
The news headlines on Tuesday expressed alarm over Trump's suggestion that Second Amendment people, meaning gun owners, may be able to prevent Clinton's appointment of Supreme Court justices. Many saw the remark as a call to violence, but not this voter.
I don't know, man. I'm sorry. That sounds just kind of weird. He always says something like that. Like, is it on purpose, you think? Probably. I don't know. I think he's just a rabble-rouser, like usual. He's a demagogue. I don't know. I honestly, the only reason why I'm voting for Hillary is because the fact that he just does not make any sense with what he says.
While Trump's supporters rushed to deny that he meant violence, the Republican candidate told a rally in Virginia not to trust the press.
The New York Times actually did a story, and this is sort of amazing. They said, we hate him so much. Essentially, they're saying we hate him so much. We're going to be biased.
Trump claimed that the news media are largely ignoring the revelations from the latest batch of Clinton's released emails from her tenure as Secretary of State. He noted that few outlets raised questions about the nature of the State Department's relationship with the Clinton Foundation.
A couple of very bad ones came out, and it's called pay for play. And some of these were really, really bad and illegal. If it's true, it's illegal.
Clinton said Trump has proved time and again that he does not have the temperament to be Commander-in-Chief of the United States. During a visit to Iowa Wednesday, she continued to focus on the economy.
I am someone who believes that if we do infrastructure and we do clean, renewable energy jobs, we're going to be on the way to a 21st century economy that will work for everybody, not just those at the top.
Clinton says her economic plan would create more than 10 million new jobs. Zlatica Hoke, VOA News, Washington.
Some people think it's excessive, but I think it works.
Meanwhile, Mr. Trump has accused President Obama of being the founder of ISIS and accusing Clinton of pay for play.
In many respects, they honor President Obama. ISIS is honoring President Obama. He is the founder of ISIS. He's the founder of ISIS. Okay? He's the founder. He founded ISIS. And I would say the co-founder would be crooked Hillary Clinton. Co-founder, crooked Hillary Clinton.
Very bad ones came out, and it's called pay for play. And some of these were really, really bad and illegal. If it's true, it's illegal. You're paying and you're getting things. I mean, I watched yesterday, because of The Apprentice, Blagojevich, right? Governor Blagojevich, 14 years in jail. And, some people think, okay, some people think it's crazy. Look at what she's done. Nothing. She's running for president. But it came out that her people pay for play. And very big stories today. The problem is it'll be big stories for about 2 minutes, and then they're going to drop it because the media is so totally dishonest. So totally.
But reacting to Donald Trump's series of accusations, Hillary Clinton said that the Republican presidential candidate's comments have crossed the line.
Yesterday, we witnessed the latest in a long line of casual comments from Donald Trump that cross the line. His casual cruelty to a Gold Star family. His casual suggestion that more countries should have nuclear weapons. And now his casual inciting of violence.
Also, Muslims in America have accused the Republican candidate on Trump of crossing the line between debate and hate speech. However, the Republican presidential candidate said that he was only concerned about terrorism and not criticizing Muslims in America.
Muslims are mobilizing. and speaking out on social media sites. Donald Trump's call to temporarily ban the entry of people from some largely Muslim countries led to a rebuke from a Muslim American who calls Trump's comments inflammatory.
What this national climate is like we're all crowded in a crowded movie theater, and somebody's yelling fire, and it's inciting panic.
But the Trump campaign points to Muslim supporters.
Safety of America, number one priority for Donald Trump, and being a Muslim American is my number one priority as well.
The candidate says he is targeting terrorism and parts of the world that breed it. But his Muslim critics say Trump equates terrorism with a major religious faith. Hussam Elouche spoke via Skype.
It actually normalizes anti-Muslim sentiment. It normalizes anti-Muslim rhetoric. Because if these people who are deemed to be prominent, visible, are saying it, then it must be okay to say it too.
A man who came from Pakistan 50 years ago has trust in the voters.
Majority of Americans, they're intelligent people, and I hope they will recognize that Muslims have contributed so much to this country.
Echoing the father of a fallen Muslim American soldier, a Kurdish immigrant is putting his trust in the American Constitution.
All the religion, all tribes, and doesn't matter what you came from, what's your background. So as long as you accept and respect the institution of the United States, so we belong to this country.
Trump had just 11% support among Muslims in a survey in March. There have been no recent polls, but many Muslims say support has dropped since then.
And following the recent Black Lives Matter protest in London, some Londoners have expressed their views on the issues of racism and how it has become an issue in the country. Osareme Okpalo sought people's opinion on this matter.
Experienced or witnessed any act of racism before?
Yeah, I have in the workplace. Yeah.
And how did it affect your outputs?
I didn't like it. I felt very uncomfortable. Made me feel like they were always judging me on skin, like my skin colour and things like that. Like if I would bring in home cooked food, they would be like, oh, you know, what are you eating, or what's that smell, and things like that, making me feel uncomfortable about being who I am. Yeah.
I've been away, see. I've been see a lot of people be nasty to me, flogging me, some money to me, everything to me. I just get fed up with all this now. I want that to stop this, stop giving money to me.
You know, they treat everybody equal. We're all human. Doesn't mean about the color. You cut your hand, blood will come out, it'll be red. You cut my hand, it'll be red. It won't be black or white, will it? Yeah, so that's how I treat people, with respect.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it made me feel very upset, cause I'm not racist to nobody, so I wasn't expecting no one to be racist to me. So I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it at all. I'm fully against the racism.
Does it affect your output? Does it affect your performance?
Yeah,
especially at work.
In a way it does, cause that's where the racism was taking place. It was at work. So yeah, it does affect.
There should be no racism. Just treat everybody as an equal. Where we live, up the north, we haven't got it as much as down here. And we just get on with it. We've got a big university in the town, and there's Chinese, everything, and we hardly have any bother.
Here to do. Live and let live. That's all I say. Live and let live.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Race is not a disease, because I'm a Christian. The reason why I said race is not a disease is because in the Bible from the beginning, God loved one than the other. The story of Jacob and his brother. And when it comes to human people, in a family, as an African, there's some people who love male child than a female child. Not everybody, but few. Then go into a community, because God said, I made everybody according to their own kind. So there must be in a way of life whereby you will love one than the other. So race in a workplace, in many workplaces, quality is very, very important.
So are you trying to say that the color of your skin does the color of your skin really matter? Given a position at work?
Personally, I will not accept that because we are living in a global world. So if we say color of a skin, one is white, the other one is black. No, what you talk about third world countries like Africa, Nigeria, where there's no white community. So we have to generalize it as the whole world. Color of skin doesn't 100% matters. But sometimes when it's highly political, we can say, all right, the white people give themselves job than the black people. What of in a black company? What of in a company like Shell, who is international, and they have branches all over the world? Would they favor one than the other? But it's about quality that individuals provide rather than the color of their skin. I'm a self-employed. I have company. I don't give job because someone is black or is white. It's because they can provide a service. That is my own view and my own perspective.
You see, I never worry about other people. I worry about myself.
Okay, but have you ever experienced racism before?
Well, not really in the sense that it bothers me. You know, there is discrimination if you are tall, if you are small, if you are fat. You have got to get on in life and not to worry about these things.
I mean, I'm not racist at all because my son-in-law is from Ghana, so I love him to bits. There's ignorance, that's a... Yes, there is discrimination, but I think it's as much black people feel there's discrimination as much as white people are giving them the sort of attitude and feel that they're being discriminated against, but they're not really. We need to blend and we need to learn to live together and not fight against each other all the time. It's only a colour of skin. It's not really, you're still we're all human. It's just a colour of skin. It just seems nuts to me. But I think we need to understand and respect each other for that and live together.
As a personal, but I have witnessed racism, but yeah.
How did that make you feel?
It makes you feel conscious. It makes you feel almost guilty that people are not educated enough to look past, the colour of somebody's skin or the heritage or the culture behind somebody's background. It doesn't really affect how you should be, have an impression on somebody at all.
Do you think it actually exists, or is it just mere discrimination?
I would say it's prejudice.
Okay.
You know, we have. I mean, you have a darker skin colour to me, but I've just admired your beauty. Sometimes people can, based on their past experiences, can be prejudiced, not based on, because there's all the kinds of people I don't like. There's all kinds of people I do like, and in fact I'm going to a really beautiful Nigerian church this Sunday, where it's joyous. I've had encounters that were difficult, but you cannot judge one race under one umbrella, if that makes sense.
I think we all experience it, right? And I think it's something that we probably all experience, something that we've all got to fight against, right? I think it's something that we're not born with, and we learn, and we have to make sure not to give in to that.
Yeah, racism. Yeah, there's loads of racism. You get what I'm saying? Because the best thing to do is, like, when you're doing your CV and you've got a different, and you've got an ethnic name, sometimes it's harder to find a job. So you have to simplify it or something, So that shows that they're thinking negative thoughts already about black people. Yeah.
And how does that affect you? How does that affect you as an individual?
How does that affect me as an individual? Well, jobs, innit? Jobs. Jobs as into you can't find a job because they're violating you because because what's it called again? It's like they're prejudging you. They're stereotyping you because of your name, of your ethnic name. Yeah, they'll put you more. They'll put you more when you got a European name. So I've taken my name out of it and put I've halved my European name and just made it simple name.
That worked for you?
Yeah, it works better.
Okay.
Yeah, it works better. So do it as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Not just.
It depends. If it was against me, it makes me feel bad. But just generally, like, you see racism against other groups of people, especially like Eastern Europeans now that they come in, or Asian people. It depends on the situations. Sometimes it makes me want to stand up and say stuff, but sometimes I don't, which is a bit disheartening because I would want the same done to me.
Okay, but do you think it was actually racism or it was just discrimination? I mean,
yeah, there is a
someone who's tall,
yeah.
you could discriminate against someone who's fat.
It's different because you can't really put a finger point on what racism is. But like, for instance, like my name is Daniel Henry and I speak quite well spoken. So there's been times I've gone for a job interview and then I go, hi, I'm Daniel Henry, and I see it in their face automatically. I'm not getting it. Yeah.
I don't think I have, I mean, like serious racism, but I think it does exist. But it's so unseen. It's like a glass ceiling, you know. So it doesn't seem like it exists, but it does exist. So, well, if racism, it can be a discrimination. If you can't, for example, if you're applying for a job and you can't get that job because of your race, that's discrimination, you know. When there are opportunities that you can't reach out for because of your, you know, skin color or, you know, your nationality, then that's racism. You're welcome.
Racism is disgraceful. It goes on everywhere. Unfortunately, you can't stop it, but people can be people, so I think it's always going to be around.
Have you ever witnessed
Well, yeah, my mum is from India, my dad's Spanish, and I've been given verbal abuse, so yeah, it's not really...
How did that affect you?
It makes you withdraw into yourself a little bit, and you're not always very comfortable to talk amongst people of other races, and it's just not very good, is it?
Racism, I think it's more serious than we realise. It's more personal to each individual, really.
Okay. Have you witnessed any form of racism before?
I have, yes. I saw someone punch someone in the face a couple of times. He said sorry and he hit him again.
Oh, why is that? Because of his skin colour?
Because of his skin colour, yeah. He just started on him for no reason at all. I think we're getting better, but I don't think there's too much of a divide, really. I mean, if you study and go to college, you can get certificates and get a good job, no matter what nationality you are, really. It's based on what you have to offer, yeah. Some people might be a bit racist, but I don't think many white people are racist. I think because I've had a little bit of trouble with a few black people, and I asked them a couple of questions and they turned out to be a bit racist. It was a racist way they reacted to me. Didn't really accept me because I was white, you know. Might have had a chip on their shoulder, you know. I think some people do have chips on their shoulder, especially the younger black people or those who can't get jobs, or maybe haven't got a certificate in or exercising their intelligence enough to get a good job. Yeah.
And to Africa, Nigeria, the wife of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Aisha Buhari, has challenged Nigerians to monitor with keen interest the budget of different ministries in Nigeria as one of the major ways to curb embezzlement in the country. Mrs. Buhari gave the advice during an interview at the Voice of America.
And was a collectively, the government of change, it was a collective effort government. So the people should continue monitoring the budgets of the ministries. Why a certain amount of money is budgeted for this, and it must carry out its activities based on what they're budgeted for. So people should continue monitoring.
What would be your message to Nigerians who have been complaining about policies that appear not to be, they say not to be working because they don't have money in their pockets, finally?
They don't have money in their pockets?
That's what they say.
I don't know. I'm not sure of that. I'm not a government official, but I think if people can stand up for their rights to make sure that the money budgeted for certain projects are being used for that purpose, I think it will bring an end of, what do you call it, corruption? When we tackle corruption, I think our problems are solved.
And with that, we conclude the news roundup for this week. Thank you for being part of the program. I'm Tunde Alabi, and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye. to reach the African and other ethnic communities in the United Kingdom with greater impacts and create the platform to hear your silent and unheard views in this hugely growing community in the United Kingdom. Our channel, Ben TV, presents to you another live current affairs television program. Our focus on the program is to review and discuss issues around the diaspora community in the UK. The program offers you that unrestricted voice on issues affecting you in the UK. Join us live every Monday at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Another business segment of Dialogue in Diaspora, 2 to 3 p.m. every Monday. But guess what? You know you can be part of the program. Just send us an email at bentelevisionuk@gmail.com. Dialogue in Diaspora, your voice, your opinion on our TV.